Hello guys, DJParson here, and today I bring you another and the last game of the World Championship. You guys can see it has finished. We have a winner and we will find out who it is at the end of this video. I will be covering another 4-player game here. So we have 5 players, so the one not in here is going to be Weidenbaum. He is covering all of his games on his own YouTube channel, so definitely check him out for the rest of the games. So yeah, this was an epic journey. Let's see who takes the win in the final match that I will be covering, and let's get right into the match. And here we have Martin Pescher, Himmelstosh, Wisfin, and Genghis. So just Weidenbaum missing, but as I said, he's covering his own games. Let's take a quick look at the leaders and wonders. Hippocrates has been taken. We have St. Pete's, Forbidden City, Zizka is here. We have Columbus and Suez. We also have Cook for the Suez. We don't have Bach or Shakespeare. We also don't have the Hollywood. We do have Marlene, Einstein, Pierre, but no Bill Gates. Okay, that should be enough of a look at those. Martin has taken Hippocrates. Himmelstosh now takes Caesar and Urban Growth. So maybe looking for a little bit of aggressive early game from him. Wisfin is going to take the Roman roads and just that from 3 selections up here. And Genghis also takes a wonder, the Stonehenge, and he also gets Moses on top. With that we start into H1. Martin is going to take the pyramids here. Can elect Hippocrates and maybe build a mine. Yeah, does the usual stuff here. And then next up, Himmelstosh doesn't get an HA wonder. He will elect Caesar here. He's gonna build an extra lab first. Increase pop and maybe cultural heritage. Yeah, he takes that one. So yeah, it will be interesting to see for him what he's gonna do, because he doesn't have an HA wonder. Wisfin takes Alex, is gonna elect him, build a mine, and then can increase population. And last not least, for this first real turn, Genghis can get an engineering genius here. First is going to elect Moses, builds a mine, increases pop. That is probably going to go and grab that engineering genius. Back to Martin, who could take the Code of Laws here. He does do that indeed. Also increased pop and build an extra lab, so he's going to have a lot of civil actions early on with the pyramids and the Code of Laws. Himmelstosh pushes once, we get the development of civil life, and he pushes again and we get the development of politics, giving him a couple of fresh new cards. Get very interesting. He is going to build that extra mine, use the cultural heritage and grab himself rich land. Yeah, we see a little bit of a problem that you have when you don't get an HA wonder. You have to spend your civil actions somewhere else quite often. Wisfin is gonna use Alex Yellow Cube, grab Michelangelo. Okay, that's an interesting, very early Michelangelo that doesn't do much quite yet, but with that civil life he was able to build an HA lab anyway, and then just had to increase population and now already has his H1 leader. Maybe looking for St. Pete's, but that's going to be hard to finish his Roman roads first. Genghis is not going to push. He's going to start building on the Stonehenge. Uses the engineering genius on that and will show the Legion, but doesn't fulfill it yet, of course. Martin now is going to push. We get development of trade routes. Not quite. Oh yes, he does. With the development of trade routes and the development of civil life, he does have exactly enough sites to go for that Code of Laws for the reduced cost of 5. So he gets out his Code of Laws, gets the extra civil action, and build the first stage of the pyramids, grabs a masonry as well, and a frugality. Masonry is interesting because he maybe is hoping to get 1 extra science, which is not super. I guess it's relatively unlikely. There's just 1 card left that gives science. But let's see. Himmelstosh opens development of religion, and he pushes again, and we get development of agriculture. And then he's gonna take that free religion, He's gonna build an extra warrior. I mean, he has pushed in 4 cards here. Those could be a lot of strength events. And now with him going for the 4 strength with the fighting band. Looks very threatening for the other players. Also grabs himself engineering genius and irrigation. Wispen now is also gonna push. The last development is gonna be markets. Wispen is gonna take the free religion. Is gonna increase pop. Takes the warfare, making him no longer the weakest, and then he can even build a warrior to go up to 3 strength. Now Genghis ship. We have a lot of cards in the deck, but he's not gonna push. He's gonna take a lot of extra rocks from the developments that came out. He's gonna go for maybe even 2 warriors, so he's now the strongest. He's gonna also take an urban growth and keep building on the Stonehenge, spending all of his military and civil actions, and up to 5 strength. Martin now pretty weak, is not gonna push, takes the free religion, increases pop, grabs rich land, and finishes the pyramids up to 6 civil actions already and 2 rich lands. Maybe he's looking to get an iron next turn. Gonna build 1 warrior, maybe to be safe from any aggressions. Let's see if Himmelstosh wants to push here. He pushes once, we get rebellion, but nobody is hit. Such an early rebellion quite often will hit people, but I guess a lot of free religions helped to negate that. And then he goes for the open borders agreement with Wisfin. So both of them get an extra military action. Himmelstosh is gonna go for iron. And can upgrade 1 and 2, no, just the 1, and build another warrior. Can copy the legion. He could copy the legion to become strongest, but he doesn't do it. That does tell us quite a bit. He doesn't, I mean, he knows most of the cards. He pushed, or he put in 4 of the 6 in the first deck. So yeah, if he doesn't want to be the strongest that much, maybe there are not that many strength events in there. Wispen now builds an extra warrior and copies the legion. So he's now the strongest, and he will finish these the Roman roads. Leaving a Code of Laws here for Genghis ship, who has the Stonehenge, so he's gonna take that immediately. Gonna develop it, can finish the Stonehenge, grabs himself knights, and then maybe those reserves. Builds another warrior to up to 6 strength, and an alchemy. 4 warriors is quite a lot. And he's not even the strongest now. Nostradamus for Martin. Yeah, he needs a new leader. He has all the yellow cubes from Hippocrates. Grabs iron, increases population, and grabs himself another wonder. Another one with civil actions, so he likes the civil actions. Forbidden City now grabbed here as well. And then with Nostradamus he's safe from any aggressions. Himmelstosh is going to keep pushing. We get the scientific breakthrough. 2 signs for everybody. And then another card, Historic Territory, which he himself is going to win for warrior and a card. So I'm going to grab the cartography. Ooh, there could be more colonies now. He still knows a lot of the cards on the deck. Can increase pop, build another warrior. Grabs, ooh, nice, gets himself a Machu Picchu. The only problem is he only has 4 civil actions. Machu Picchu quite often falls flat when you don't have the civil actions to spend the rocks. So that's going to be interesting to see how he manages to do that. If someone can do it, it's one of these 4 players. 4 of the 5 best in the World Championship. And we get another territory developed. Himmelstosh can win this one once again for warrior and the card. Thanks to his navigation, he has 2 extra colonization force. Wisfin is going to grab the Himeji Castle. Cannot quite finish it. Did grab it cheap thanks to Michelangelo. But yeah, not too impressed by Michelangelo at the moment. And not too impressed by his position at all. Doesn't have that much going for himself in my mind. But let's see. Genghis ship is gonna get alchemy, can upgrade 1. Go for Saladin. Can increase population 1 more time and then elect Saladin. Moses has done all he can do, all the food used up. And then he takes the extra civil action from Saladin, of course. Martin now finally gets his iron, 2 rich lands, all the civil action, so he can upgrade all 3 of his mines if he wants to. And indeed he does want to. Also now developing that masonry and grabbing an urban growth. So next turn he can finish the Forbidden City in just 2 civil actions, thanks to that masonry. Yeah. I like his position quite a lot of civil actions and a lot of rocks. And Stosh now can finish the Machu Picchu. Does do that. He's also gonna go up to 6 rock production, grabs himself knights, and shows the fighting bands of 5 strength for him. We're almost through the first deck here, and no strength events have been revealed yet. Maybe there's more colonies to come though. Dark Ages. Ooh, 2, 3, and 4 science lost. That is a lot. If this one was probably planted by Martin, this is huge. Total of 9 science gone. Whisper now finishes the Magic Castle, grabs iron here as well, and can increase population once more. 8 strength here is not bad. It is threatening for some. He doesn't have upgraded production yet. Crusades will hit Himmelstosh. He probably played that himself, but it coming out this late, he gets hit by it himself. Yeah. Genghis ship then upgrades his second alchemy. Goes for theology. Yeah, helps him with the happy faces for next turn, because we are nearing the end of H1 and he would have had an uprising. So he does go for the theology. He's missing a couple of resource production, I feel like. Martin now finishes the Forbidden City, grabs Knights and Breakthrough and Drama. Yeah, sure, I like the Drama. Though, I like his position still a lot overall. H2 here will start. Caesar will get discarded from Himmelstosh. Didn't find the time to grab an H1 leader. Is gonna go for Knights. Build one and can go for one of these leaders. It's gonna be Zizka. Elects him and doesn't have a new tactic, but fulfills 2 of these tactics, 1 with the farms and 1 with the warriors. So he's up to 7 strength. Reds now hit 1, 3, and 2. So this time Genghis ship has nothing to lose. And Martin, who before lost 0 science, now loses the most food. So science rats and the real rats both hitting these players. Wispen now is gonna go for his first iron upgrade. And another wonder, the Universitas. Can even upgrade another iron here. Thanks to that extra rock that he got from grabbing that Universitas thanks to Michelangelo. So nicely done here, getting another upgrade. And using Michelangelo a little bit more. Still the strongest. Let's see if Genghis ship will push, but he won't. He's gonna go for Monarchy though. Develops that also has very healthy civil actions with the Code of Laws and Saladin. Gonna grab Breakthrough and Selective Breeding. Yeah, I like the Selective Breeding, even though what he's really missing is rocks and not... Yeah, I guess food is great as well. Martin now grabs Efficient Upgrade for 3 civil actions. Rifleman, Selective Breeding, and builds another mine, another iron. 8 rock production, but I like this move quite a lot. He knows he's soon gonna have the selective breeding. In fact, next turn he can go for selective breeding and upgrade 2 of those. Then he's gonna have a lot of population and 8 rock production. Very, very strong. Very strong indeed. I mean, he has been the weakest for a while, but he never was really punished. There weren't a lot of, or any strength events that hit him. Also thanks to Nostradamus, of course. Nostosh now opens the Wealthy, and Wispen is gonna take this one for Aurora and 3 cards. So these 6 rocks can definitely help Wispen, even though, yeah, I guess sure, he can finish the Universitas this turn. This is actually really nice for him. Nostosh now is gonna go for Irrigation, upgrade 1, show the Phalanx, upgrade another farm, incredible production now, even upgrades another iron. So yeah, now we're gonna see the problem that often comes with the Machu Picchu. A lot of rock production and just 4 civil actions. He's managing so far. He also has the extra blue cube from the developer, so that can help with corruption. We'll see. Wisfin now is gonna finish the Universitas. Build another warrior to come up to 8 strength again. Grab an urban growth. So he's also missing civil actions. Next turn he can maybe go for Republic. He could have... no. Yeah, next turn he can go for Republic. Genghis ship goes for Swordsman. Upgrades 2. 3 even. Okay, he wants to become the strongest even without the strength of Saladin. Grabs Wave, Patriotism and Reserve. So just grabs a bunch of rocks. I like this quite a lot. Rocks is exactly what he's missing. And now grabbing a total of 12 rocks potentially from these 3 cards is pretty good. And now he's the strongest as well. Still a ton of civil actions. Pestilence now will hit these players. Martin can just lose the free worker and can now go for the selective breeding. And Nobel is going to be his lead of choice, going up to 4 science production. I mean, it's the beginning of H2 and he has 2 selective breedings, 4 ions and 4 science production. That is a good starting point for H2. Even has riflemen and cavalrymen for options if things get complicated with military. Himmelstosh is gonna open the next territory, strategic, and he's gonna win that. For a knight, draws 3 new cards, can increase pop. Rebuild one of those knights. Grab Republic. Ooh, could set up for a nice sign of method as well. With the Republic, I guess he's setting up for a revolution next turn. Will have corruption, but he's just missing 1 science. If he had 1 more science next turn, he could go for scientific methods. But I guess like this, I mean, maybe there's gonna be more science. We never know. Okay, next Republic grabbed by Wisfin immediately. He's gonna develop that. Copy a tactic. Okay, upgrade 1 more iron. Grabs breakthrough. Oh, grabs breakthrough instead of the select breeding. That's interesting. I guess there is Ocean Liner, but this is the last selected breeding. And he might be sitting on, no food production for a while. So very interesting that he takes that breakthrough instead. Gang ship now also gonna go for food production. With the reserves can upgrade 2 of those. And maybe he's gonna go, grab that coal and maybe revolutionary idea. So he's missing rocks. If he gets an efficient upgrade or a rich land, I guess there's 1 rich land and 1 efficient upgrade, then he can easily go for coal. If not, he has a lot of rocks, but these are only rocks for military, so he can't use that to upgrade to the coal. Gets a foray or something that could help. Martin now and opens the next territory. Himmelstosh able to win this one again. So for Himmelstosh, Suez Canal is looking very good and it just came out. Himmelstosh sends Aurora and a card. Martin increases pop. Builds, builds another selected breeding. Crazy guy. Destroys his religion to go for a cavalryman. He's got a ton of food production now. Organized religion and opera for him as well. And he's missing a couple of military actions. And his science could still be better, so for him something like a scientific method would be ideal. I'm not 100% sure about the selected breeding. Because he also had to destroy the religion for it. I guess it can work out in the long run. But if you have 7 food production, you're gonna run out of rocks eventually if you build expensive things. Especially because there's no great yellow cards to help him get more rocks. So it's gonna be quite interesting. Okay, immigration is gonna be great for Genghis ship, getting another population out here. And then Himmelstosh, is he... Okay, he's gonna go for the Republic Revolution. Could still have time to go for Suez next turn. So if that is still there, he's got 4 colonies. Wisfin only has 1 and nobody else has any, so depending a lot of course on their hands if they have colonies in. available to them. Wisfin is gonna not go for sewers, but gonna go for the ocean liner. Grabs architecture, so next turn he can go for architecture and finish that ocean liner quickly. And then load up on a bunch of cards, grabbing Napoleon, selected breeding, organized religion. So he did even get the selected breeding. It didn't fall off the deck. Cannon for Genghis ship is going to develop that. Can go and show his defensive army. Play 1 patriotism. And the wave of nationalism for just 2 rocks. That is not a great wave of nationalism, just 2 rocks. Also very close to getting 4 rocks off that, but he can now go for 2 cannons. If he has a war in hand, I guess he would have played it. If he had one, he would have played it this turn. Huh. Very much all in on military from him. Martin is gonna go for another cavalryman. Has the hussar, so 14 strength for him at least. Can increase pop. Rebuild that religion that he had before. Grabs frugality and scientific method. Okay, I mean, military actions are a big problem for him, and he wasn't able to get enough science to go for the constitutional monarchy. This Tosh now does get that sewers, can't finish it. Which colony does he get? Developed. Look at these colonies. Look at this yellow bank. How is he ever going to spend any food here? 6 production and increasing population just costs 2. At least he does have the Republic now, thanks to that revolution in the turn before. Yes, 12 rock production. This is a crazy position to be in for him. Okay, has a good tactic at least. Oh, what means at least? Yeah, where he can spend something into cannons. This is a great position, don't get me wrong. Next turn he can go for scientific methods, upgrade those easily with those 12 rocks production. Wisfin is gonna go for the architecture, finish the ocean liner. Is gonna go for Napoleon. Grabs cannon. Will develop the cannons. Could mean he doesn't get the swordsman out. I'm not sure if he could have gone for swordsman instead to be able to copy that defensive army. On the other hand, he could have something like fortifications in his hand or something. So hard to tell with not knowing his cards, but the age is pretty likely to be over before his next turn, I think. Genghis ship does go for war here against Wisfin. I mean, he probably knows he won't be able to go for a defensive army because the swordsman will be gone. Robespierre then for Genghis ship. Go for revolutionary idea and Conmon, but doesn't do it. So just for the military action, maybe that Robespierre, and for H3 governments doesn't want to spend the 6 science for a revolution on Conmon is pretty expensive. But now will finally upgrade his science production. Can upgrade 1 and 2 scientific methods. I think him and Himmelstoch just had a big breathe in after Genghis ship went for the war against Wisfin and not against themselves. But yeah, Martin going for that scientific method, grabbing Conmon. Not quite enough for the Conmon next turn. 11 science available next turn, so missing just 1 science. And that will end H2 and into H3 we go. Once again, Himmelstoch loses his leader. Zizka will be gone, but there is Cook for him. Cook is gonna give him a lot of culture production. But first, he gives Wisfin 4 extra rocks, 4 extra strength to defend, with the promise of military protection, getting himself that extra culture production. I'll go for cannon. Can build 2 of those. Can go for Cook, and there is a strategy. He's gonna elect Cook. Could go one-sided method. Grabs Opera instead. Okay, still not going for any science, and also not really having a lot of military action, but he's up to 23 strength at least. Wisfin now goes for the international trade agreement while in a war with Genghis ship. However, that peace deal would look like. But yeah, 1 rock extra from Wisfin, 1 extra food for Genghis ship, and then Wisfin can try to defend a little bit. Builds another cannon. I mean, he does have fortifications. And with the Erdengoth, he's gonna draw this war thanks to the 4 extra strength from Himmelstosh. So I think this is ideal outcome for Himmelstosh and Martin here. A war that is very costly for both players and nothing happens from it. I guess if Genghis has an aggression on Martin, it could still be good, but if not, then both of them... Wisfin even sacrificed a unit with his Sea Magic Castle, so he steals one yellow cube. So was able to sacrifice the warrior. I guess maybe Genghis took the wrong target. Even without the 4 extra strength from the pact, it would have been a draw here. So Genghis counted on Wisfin not having the fortifications, but he did. Maybe Martin would have been the better target. Genghis now opens cultural influence. 8 culture now from Himmelstosh thanks to Cook. Fundamentalism from Genghis can go for revolution, but he has happy face issues. He can go for another temple here, and that will solve that. Oil for him as well, but his position is looking very, very tricky. Really counted on that war doing something. Military theory for Martin. Can develop that. Got another cavalryman and another one up to 28 strength he goes. Communism for him could do a revolution next. I can't really go for a revolution here because of the uprising. 15 food though. That is good. Himmelstosh gets that strategy that was here before, but nobody took it. But first he will go for scientific methods. Can upgrade to, can't even build an extra one. Decides to grab to build an extra cannon instead. Increase population once again, and even an extra knight. So he now is the strongest. Grabs patriotism. And his position is very good. He has the most culture production by quite a lot, and the most culture as well. He has the most rocks, the most food, the best yellow bank, and is the strongest here. I guess the only thing that he doesn't really have is military actions yet. So he's not drawn any H3 cards so far. Wisfin here opens the next card, Call to Arms. I mean, in H3 that's sometimes not even bad drawing H3 cards for civil actions. Military build-up for Wisfin. Gets another population. Builds another cannon. Can finally go for selective breeding. Upgrade with a rich land. So gets a little bit of extra food and more population. But it's so hard. We have such a military heavy game. This entire game has been like this. Starting with Himmelstosh going for Caesar. And now continuing with the war from Genghis and everything. So these guys, a lot of them just don't have the breathing room and the time and the rocks to go for culture production. So Himmelstosh just getting 6 culture production from James Cook is just incredible. We will have to see how the others transition into culture production from here. Genghis opens autonomous territory and Himmelstosh wins this one as well. For an army, okay, and maybe that's why he built this extra army in the turn before. But more civil actions, more military actions, more culture and rock production for him. Okay, Genghis here grabs the International Red Cross. That is a very good wonder. Not only do you get, or Genghis will get 3 stages, so 18 culture. He also gets the culture for all the colonies. And we do have 7 colonies, so 7 extra culture for the Genghis. We will build exactly 3 stages, and then it's probably gonna get finished by Martin and Himmelstosh if they have the food. Martin opens popularization of science 8, 6, 4, and 2. Yeah, science production very different between these players. Martin needs more happy faces. He's gonna go for organized religion. But that doesn't give a lot of culture production. He's gonna go for another cavalryman. But military-wise, at the moment at least, we have kind of a stalemate. And he's just not producing any culture. And Himmelstosh is producing a lot. Let's see here. What did he take from... oh, it was quite a while ago. He took from the autonomous territory... 4 science, okay. 4 science for Himmelstosh here. Now 9 culture production, 13 rocks. Is he gonna go for operas? No. continues with the military, rebuilds the army, grabs multimedia and maybe revolutionary idea. No, modern infantry, and finishes the Red Cross. 18 for Ganglership, 6 and 6 for Martin and Himmelstosh, and 7 extra for Ganglership. So not bad for Ganglership. Not bad. Pretty early on, so he does get that, but he has quite a lot of different problems regarding his rock production, especially. Brisbane here opens the wealthy territory and is able to win it for just a warrior. That's a lot of rocks for just a warrior. Maybe he can now find a way to go for culture, but he just doesn't have the science for it. I guess there's Pierre. He could go Pierre and 2. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. So he gets culture production now. He's also gonna go for military theory and build 2 cannons. Then we don't get a big Pierre this turn at least. Sad to see. Is gonna grab computers. Is gonna go for Pierre, okay. And endowment, so 7 culture production. Yeah, not looking bad for him now. Next turn he can go for computers, has 23 rocks in the bank. Can upgrade computers and every new population. He will get 2 extra population next turn thanks to food and the ocean liner. Those can go into the team spots for 3 rocks. You will be getting 2 culture production from each of those. So I like his position also now. Genghis ship is gonna open emigration. Once again, no discontent workers. 5 rocks only. Revolutionary idea for him. Reserves are important. Can grab efficient upgrade, but it's beginning to become too late for oil. He's gonna go for it now. And can upgrade next turn. I guess it's still 31 cards. Better than never upgrading rocks, perhaps. National Pride, 5 more culture for Himmelstosh. Martin now gets space flight. Can increase population. Gets Marie Curie. Giving him a little bit of culture production. There's also now going to be Nobel Prizes and 38 strength from him. I guess Martin can still win with strength. Also, we see here a little bit too much food. Maybe he was hoping on getting that Red Cross and spending a lot of food there, but yeah, I think the third selective breeding that he went for maybe was overkill. I guess in the turn it didn't look bad because he needed more population, but it just didn't turn out that well. I guess one problem for him is also that he only has despotism, so he couldn't build, for example, a 3rd philosophy to get the scientific methods earlier. So on paper, it didn't look bad to go for the extra food, but now he's just sitting on 22 of that. Himmelstosh now feels confident to just go for multimedias, gets the 1st Air Force and tanks and pro sports. Yeah, he can do basically whatever he wants. Ton of food, rocks, culture and science. Vast territory, won by Himmelstosh again for a cannon, a card and 1 cook card. 28 strength. I guess there could be an aggression from Martin. Potentially. Maybe I guess he just needs 1 H3 card to defend, so maybe not. Wispen though here gets 2 computers going. Grabs air forces, can at least build 1 extra team spot, so 9 culture production from him. Hasn't gone for the Olympic Games yet. Getting the 2nd Air Force, and the 3rd one is here as well, and Martin won't be getting Air Forces then. Strategic territory won by Martin for a full army. Okay, quite costly, but H3 cards are worth a lot, or can be. Genghis ship will go for the Air Force, gets the 1st oil here, grabs urban growth and engineering genius. So yeah, Martin has to find a way to transition into something good here. It's hard to do something with the food to get culture. 10 rocks isn't that much as well. And he can't build more scientific methods or anything. I guess he can go for communism here. He will push, get civil unrest. This time there is going to be discontent workers. Genghis ship loses 4 culture here. We get the communism. Patriotism, increase pop, once, twice, and builds another scientific method. Up with pop again, grabs oil. Probably late, but it's a very cheap H3 technology. So good for Nobel Prizes and spaceflight. Himmelstosh grabs fast food chains. Can increase pop. That's another multimedia. Pop again. Rebuilds a cannon, so 36 strength from him. One more pop and grabs satellites. And he's probably got 2 more turns in him. I think it's going to be very hard for anybody to catch up to him. 112 culture. And this definitely helps. Wisfin and Martin go for the international tourism. So extra culture for both of them, especially for Martin. Martin gets 4 extra culture and Wisfin gets 2 extra culture production. Pretty good, pretty good. Then multimedia for Wisfin. He's going to build the 3rd arena. Grab an urban growth. And revolutionary idea. He doesn't have an H3 wonder, so let's see. There's only Empire State left. Yeah, that's going to be a big problem for him. He's the closest in culture to Himmelstosh. But Himmelstosh has got the fast food chains, and Wisfin isn't going to get the Empire State this turn, and probably also not next turn. He's going to take a ton of cards here, so potentially, if Genghis Ship wants to, then Genghis Ship could end the game. Don't know if that's in his own interest though. But yeah, only 5 cards left. I guess that's even hard. A bit of variety. 14, 14, 14, 10. Okay. So here we get our first overview here. Pretty close between Himmelstosh and Wisfin, and also close between Martin and Genghis Ship. But Genghis Ship still has the production. He's gonna go for Air Forces and Marlene. I guess if Genghis Ship gets 1 big war, it could still become good. Would need reserves here. Maybe grabs. Okay, he's not gonna go for the reserves. Build another warrior. Modern infantry. So I guess next turn he has enough to build 1 more warrior and 1 more air force. With Marlene he will fulfill 3 tactics. And 2 of them doubled with the air forces. It's gonna go up to like 60 something strength. Martin open symbol of science. 5, 15 for Himmelstosh, 10 for Wisfin, and 0 for Genghis Ship. Good for Martin to catch up. Even better for Himmelstosh to get even further ahead of Wisfin. So the service now for Martin is gonna go for that. Engineering. Revolutionary idea. Reserves. And even another reserves. He has so many civil actions. Look at that. 11 and 8. 11 and 8. That is crazy high. Goes for another cavalryman. And another one. With all of the reserves. And, oh, this engineering genius is from H2, so he will lose that. Still has enough rocks to finish the space flight next turn. And H4 will start, and Himmelstosh, as always, loses his leader. In every age, he has lost his leader. He doesn't like switching them out during the age, so James Cook is gone. Himmelstosh will transition to Einstein. Can go for pro sports, build 1. Go for air forces, build 1 of those as well, perhaps with the patriotism. Gets himself a Nobel Prize here as well, and has enough rocks to finish the wonder next turn. Yeah, looking good for him. Wisfin here opens refugees. More culture for Himmelstosh, and Wisfin loses that. So I think the race between Himmelstosh and Wisfin is getting further and further apart. Himmelstosh just getting so much here. Democracy for Wisfin. Increased pop. Builds another cannon. Military theory. So he's also gonna get a Nobel Prize. 19 culture production. 4 arenas with Pierre. Love to see it. Himmelstosh has got 7 only. Okay, so Wisfin is catching up with the production. Just doesn't have the wonder though. And we see our war, the war of a culture from Genghis Ship on Martin. 45 to 41 at the moment. Then Genghis Ship can build 1 more religion. Build 1 more Air Force, and one more Swordsman, 64 strength for him. And that's gonna be it. Can grab away all of the cards, so we will have a fully empty row for the last turns for each of one of these. So last round starting now. We get the Input of Harmony, 16, 20 for Himmelstosh, 20 for Wisfin, and 12 for Gangaship. So yeah, we definitely have two races here. One between Martin and Gangaship, who gets third place, and one between Himmelstosh and Wisfin, who gets first. Martin can go for engineering and build a cheaper temple. 14 rocks, patriotism, cavalryman. So no completed wonder for him. Can he win this war though? I don't think so. It's gonna be close. 61 strength from him. No finished wonder. Yeah. Can go for even for 62 with the extra warrior. 62 to 64. Still, he's gonna lose 7 culture for that. So a 7 culture swing is big if it's just a race between these two guys, as it is. Himmelstosh government. That's 30. 30 from government for Martin. 21, 20, and 19. That makes the race very close again. If you imagine 7 swing here, so they are basically on the same. Also very close still between Himmelstosh and Wisfin, but Himmelstosh now gets a great last turn. He gets another Nobel Prize. Can build a couple of religions and finish the fast food trains for 25. Also getting the science, getting the culture from Einstein here. Only the 9 production, but 249. Wisfin would have enough rocks for wonder, but just doesn't have the wonder. Endowment of the Arts is gonna be 2 culture only, so not that much. And then he has 25 production, so he's gonna end up with 219. And 7 culture stolen here. So before the last turn of Gangaship, 124 to 127. Gangaship still gets his production, but he's not that great in quite a lot of the impacts. Gets another aggression off though, so this could also disrupt the race between Wisfin and Himmelstosh. 7 culture stolen from Wisfin. Upgrades 1 more oil, and that's gonna be his turn. Let's see the final impacts. Happiness, 16, 16, 14, and 10. So 12 culture between Gangaship and Martin. This should be enough for Himmelstosh. 30 something culture between Himmelstosh and Wisfin. Agriculture, 10, 10, 10, and 10. Okay, that's not eventful. Then technology, 20, 16. Yeah, this is getting nowhere. 12, 16. This is getting a little bit closer. Next up, population, 20, 20, 14, and 20. So this is getting close enough. 2 more impacts, 2 culture between these two guys. We have strength. Oh, 15 and 10, making it bigger again, but a 10-point swing would still be enough. The last one is culture. 10, 15, 0, and 5. So not quite enough. 2 culture difference between these two guys. But congratulations to Himmelstosh for coming in first here. It was a little bit more foreseeable, so sorry if I concentrated too much on the lower two guys. But 330 culture for Himmelstosh here. Such a great game for him. With that, how many colonies? Yeah, enough colonies. 7 colonies with Cook and at some point, and Suez Canal. Just so much production, and even more production from the Machu Picchu and the iron and irrigation. So great game for him. Also not bad from Wisfin. At the beginning I was questioning his position, but he did a great comeback with his wonders, I think, and with the ocean liner, and in general just playing pretty solid. Martin had a super great early game in my opinion, but somewhere he fell off quite a bit. Not sure where exactly. Maybe because he didn't have science production early enough. Didn't have any wonders that gave science. And then did have so many civil actions, but maybe didn't get science from those. And then it just took quite a while to go up to scientific method. Gangstership, yeah, pretty rough. In the middle of the game, going all in on military, having the war against Wisfin, and then even losing the war. It was very rough for him. But yeah, in the end, at least congrats for him to not coming in last, but second to last. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the final standings of the World Championship. So the winner of our game was Himmelstosh. Is he also going to be the winner of the World Championship? We will see now. We will see the final standings of this great tournament. We had, how many players did we start with? Let's go back a little bit. Let's not go too quickly to the winner. Look at all of these names. We had, I think it says here somewhere, 912 players. The 5 best battled it out in the last stage in the finals. And the winner of those finals, if we can go there. CGE doesn't want you guys to know. No. Now we are here. And the winner is gonna be Weidenbaum. Weidenbaum takes the win here. Pretty close. Himmelstosh coming in second with 38 to 40. So super close between these two guys. Congratulations to Weidenbaum for winning the World Championship. Once again, impressing everybody with his play. He is on top of his games at the moment, winning all the tournaments. The World Championship now being the cherry on top of his great belt of wins. Congratulations also to Himmelstosh for coming in second and Martin Pecheur for coming in third. Also super close here in the bottom half, 26, 27, 29. So these three guys battled it out for that third place. And Himmelstosh and Weidenbaum super close. Weidenbaum not doing so well in 4 players. In fact, only getting 2 second places and 2 fourth is pretty bad in 4 players. But dominating in 3 players, 4 wins and 2 not wins. So winning most of his 3-player games. And also doing pretty well in 2 players. But Himmelstosh, he won all of his 2-player matches, so really dominating there. And that's where, for example, Wisfin no points at all in 2 players. And Marte also just winning the 1. So yeah, big mix here. Not a super dominant player who would have made it not interesting. Very exciting finals here. I hope you guys enjoyed my coverage. I hope you guys check out more of Weidenbaum's coverage as well. What he has to say about his games. Can learn a lot from them. I didn't cover all of the games at the end here, but I hope you guys enjoyed all the games that I did. And hope that, yeah, we get another season very soon. Thank you very much again to Kayada for organizing this whole tournament. Thanks to CGE for giving these prizes and everything. So I hope Weidenbaum will post on his YouTube what this CGE mystery package with many surprises, what those will look like. And also, of course, his names in golden letters in the Hall of Fame. So yeah, hope we get another season next year and hope I will be able to cover that again. So thank you guys very much for watching, and since it's close, I wish you guys probably a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, because this is probably gonna be my last video at least before Christmas. Maybe not the last in this year, but if we don't see actually, if I don't do another one this year, then also have great New Year's. And then, yeah, happy 2024. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you guys next time.